Okay, today we're going to go through the process of putting the forklift forks onto the forklift and removing them again. And this is all necessary so that we use this forklift to bring the modular homes in and out of the shop. Back behind me we have another set of forks back here that we use for the assembly to hook up this pin for picking the trailers. So right now we're going to talk about putting the forklifts on the forklift. As you can see, there is a 2x10 here, which I just barely have underneath the mast. Down here you can't see that probably from the camera, but right down here there's a notch in the mast, and there's a hook down here on the fork which actually goes in that slot. So there's only one place to get these forks on, and that is right in the middle of the forklift. So we need three things, both for putting the forks on and taking them off. A 2x10, which is here, 2x4, and a 2x4. First thing we're going to do is we're going to put this 2x4 member underneath the mast. We're going to have the 2x10 up to the mast, just barely underneath it. The purpose of the 2x4 vertical, of course, 2x10, and then the reason for the 2x4 vertical is so the mast can't come down too far and actually bend the pin on top of here. We don't want this hitting here and bending. That's the purpose of that 2x4. So basically we roll this up, the fork up onto the 2x10. We just twist it, get it right in the middle, lift it up on the back, get that thing put in the middle where you want it. You can either drive the forklift forward or slide the fork back, but you're going to need to have this 2x4 lifting the end of the fork back here in order for it to go on. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and drive forward because the fork is heavy. But I've got to let the mast down to the 2x4 first, and then I can drive forward. It'll just push that block a little bit. We'll drive forward and we'll pick this fork up. Went too far forward, the block tipped over. Okay, I'm set up again. I'm going to have to lower the mast again down until I hit the 2x4 that's underneath it, and then I can pull forward. Walk up to this is heavy, that you are engaged on the hook up here. The hook is engaged under the mast. And then you can see we're not quite in. So I'm just going to move that and then I'm in. We'll slide this one over. Make sure that when you come down, this isn't hitting the block. You may want to slide that over a little bit. Turn this over. We're doing the same thing over here. We're going to lift the next one up, get it ready. Lock in. have enough clearance here that we're not bumping as we come down. Then we'll want to hit up here. So I'm going to come down, I'm just going to watch that. Probably just back up and then come back into it. Down until we hit the block. Okay, we'll just make sure it's engaged. Push it over. Now we're in. Okay, same is true for taking this off, but we'll go through that right now. This is where you'll want to test it. Make sure that you do have the clearance you're after. Make sure this block is in here. Got your 2x10. That's in position. Now what will happen is we lower this, it'll hit on this block first, it'll come down and then it'll actually roll off. If it doesn't finish rolling off, I'll pull it off when I'm done. Okay, all this takes now, just be careful, it's heavy. A little bit of a bump, and then this will go off. Remember to check that you got clearance. You can see how that rolled forward by itself and it's sitting here ready to let down. I'm trapped right here now, so I want to move that block first. Careful your fingers, get the pinch to slide that out on an angle a little bit. Back into the position we started. The assembly of the other forks is fairly easy. This is what we'd want to do if we were changing out the forks in order to move the houses or a trailer. Go anywhere on here, make sure your hook is in. magnet is always on the left-hand side. You assemble the other one the same way, and then you'll be able to put on the pin for moving the houses around on the trailers.